Hey, I'm here with another unboxing from Vibeworks Guitars. This time I've got the VW044D. This is a double neck, 6-string guitar and bass guitar neck with an offset style body. You probably don't have one of these hanging on your wall yet, so it's a really unique build. It's a lot of fun and gives you a lot of versatility once you're done. The body is alder. It's a multi-piece alder body. Everything is pre-routed, pre-cut, so it's ready for your final sanding and your finish to be applied. It's routed on the bass side for 2 JB style pickups, on the guitar side 2 humbucker style pickups, and a 2 pneumatic style bridge and tailpiece. Controls are a set of 2 volumes and 2 tones, as well as a 3-way switch. And one thing I'll note, this right here, this little, looks like maybe a gash in the guitar body. What that is your hole for your ground wire that comes through to the control cavity. On the back, here's the control cavity for the guitar side, for our 2 volumes, 2 tones, and then our switches come out right there. Our necks are both maple with a rosewood fretboard and the flame style inlay. The frets are pre-dressed and leveled, ready to go. And a truss rod, a dual action truss rod, is pre-installed in both of the necks. I really like that they carry the same design on both headstocks. They're very similar, just a kind of a larger version of one or the other. As we look at the hardware that comes in the kit, we have our humbucker style pickups and our JB style pickups. Our cover plate for the back panel there. We have our output cord, as well as 2 Allen keys. One is for the truss rod adjustments, and the other one is for the bridge, for both bridges. Here we have our bass guitar bridge. It's a surface mount, so the strings don't go through the body. They just mount there at the end of the bridge. We have our bass tuning keys. And our guitar, kind of standard ST style tuning keys. These are all generic hardware. People ask if they're any good. They're fine, they're adequate. I usually compare them to what you might find on like a Squier or an Epiphone. They can be upgraded pretty easily. They all use standard size mounting holes, but they also get the job done fine. People don't, you don't have strings slipping or anything like that. We have our 4 knobs, milled chrome. Our 2 3-way switches. So one is set up for our 6-string guitar, and the other one we'll talk about in just a second. We have our output jack on an oval plate, some wire for our connections, our 2 cover plates for our switch cavities, and then some strings we can use for setup for the guitar as well as the bass. And in this paper we have our 2 pneumatic style tailpiece and bridge. Last in our hardware pack here, we have our bridge and tailpiece bushings and posts. We have our tone and volume pots. We have our tuner bushings and washers. We have our 2-tone capacitors, as well as washers and nuts for the pots. Our truss rod covers, some pickups and screws and springs for our J-bass pickup installation, as well as some shorter screws for the humbucker installation. We have our cover plate screws, our bridge, our bass bridge screws, as well as our strap knobs. There's a lot of hardware in this kit to build 2 guitar kits. One thing I'll note with the 3-way switches, you've got some options on how you want to wire this between the guitar and the bass controls. You have a three-way switch for this position as well as for this position. And you can do this a couple different ways. You could have independent volume and tone for these pickups. However, what's most common to do would be to have the guitar pickups and the bass pickups each go to the switch first, and then go out to a volume and a tone. In this instance, what I would recommend is you actually have just one master volume and one master tone for the bass side, and a master volume and a master tone for the guitar side. You could change that if you want. You could have both necks on, and then you'd have different volumes for the neck and the bridge, or different tones for the neck and the bridge. You could add some pots here to change things, but that's probably the simplest way, is just to have these be pickup toggles, and then one volume and one tone for each neck for each set of pickups. This I would consider to be an advanced level guitar kit, mostly because that wiring is going to get a little complicated, and there is a lot of wiring to do with you're building basically two guitars at the same time. The necks are bolt-on, which doesn't make those incredibly difficult, but everything else might make it a little more complicated. All in all, it should be a fun build. Anyone can handle this level of guitar build. It's going to be a cool piece that's going to be definitely unique, part of your collection, very versatile, and a lot of fun. And this is the VW044D DIY bass and guitar build your own electric guitar kit from Vibeworks Guitars.